Ajax. The armoured reconnaissance vehicle is years behind schedule due to issues preventing it from entering service with the British Army, with severe noise and vibration said to be among the largest challenges. We're presuming that the maker of Ajax, General Dynamics UK, continues to work on a fix, but it looks like the British government is exploring its options, including legal action. We take a look at this news in today's video. Per a December 23rd article by UK Defence Journal, it was reported that the country's Defence Minister, Luke Pollard, stated the following in a written parliamentary answer. "I can confirm that legal advice has been sought from the Government Legal Department on Ajax." This was a response to Mark Francois, a Conservative Member of Parliament who asked whether ministers had ever turned to the Treasury Solicitor's Department for legal guidance on the programme. It came more than 2 weeks after a report by The Telegraph stating that there have been hints that the UK could outright axe the multi-billion-pound programme. Indeed, the Secretary of State for Defence said that he wouldn't rule out scrapping the armoured vehicle fleet order. That's really all the solid information we have at the moment, but it does raise a good amount of intrigue regarding what the British government is considering and what lawyers may be recommending. You'll have to check out our previous video summarising the trials and tribulations of Ajax, but we certainly had a few viewers commenting that General Dynamics UK needs to be held accountable for the programme's failings. Indeed, the contractor has delivered a vehicle that is apparently so loud and shaky that soldiers operating/riding in Ajax are coming out nauseous and even vomiting. Some may have suffered hearing damage or tinnitus as well. Members of Parliament have raised questions about workmanship and quality control at General Dynamics' assembly facility and have been inquiring as to how Initial Operating Capability, or IOC, was declared, even though dozens of soldiers fell ill while using Ajax shortly after the declaration. We're sure that the contract between General Dynamics UK and the UK's Ministry of Defence is lengthy and complex, but at the end of the day, a platform is being delivered that isn't actually suitable for operations. While some on YouTube might go so far as to suggest corruption somewhere in the process resulting in a subpar product, it seems more likely, at least to us, that the reports of, quote, excessive tinkering with the vehicle's requirements was what really did the program in. As we stated in our last video, the website European Security and Defence was told by a highly placed source with intimate knowledge of the Ajax program that the project was passed from one desk to another within the British Army/MOD, and this led to additional and often unnecessary engineering issues to meet the resulting design revisions. To us, it sounds like Ajax may have had too many cooks in the kitchen. But to further back up this theory, the website Defence Eye states that the, quote, 1,400-plus engineering changes to Ajax are one reason why the program has not gone smoothly. After all, the platform is near its maximum operating weight and is loaded with a good deal of high-tech equipment and is quite heavily armoured. So maybe the Ministry of Defence is more at fault. That's one way to look at it. But then the UK government's Ajax Noise and Vibration Review stated that noise and vibration in the Ajax family of vehicles have both electrical and mechanical origins from several broad sources, including the track, suspension and running gear, in particular the tension and sprocket design/track interface, the engine and its mounting into the vehicle, and finally quality issues associated with, but not limited to, inconsistent routing of cabling, lack of bonding and weld quality, all of which can lead to potential electromagnetic compatibility issues with communication equipment. With these points in mind, we can imagine the government pointing to the official inquiry/review and highlighting that workmanship at the hands of the contractor is to blame. On the other hand, if we were to see things from the General Dynamics UK perspective, they would probably defend themselves by saying that Ajax has been a failure due to all the design revisions and excessive vehicle requirements. To go with this defense, the company would say that they were just carrying out the wishes of the customer, and it's not their fault that such meddling has produced the vehicle that Ajax is today. You may think it's a pessimistic stance to have, but it's hard for us to imagine Ajax being fixed at this point, after the vehicle was declared to be officially fixed in November 2025 and having the same issues surface just weeks after. We could be wrong, but Well, the problems would seem to be quite deep within the vehicle's design. But seeing as it's a fixed-price contract, we can imagine that General Dynamics isn't too motivated to invest the extensive time and energy required to redevelop the platform. The UK government, on the other hand, will want to make sure it gets something out of its £5.5 billion investment, or else face political embarrassment, even if numerous prime ministers and cabinets have come and gone since Ajax was first ordered. But on this last note, the political embarrassment to the current administration is therefore limited and may actually provide the freedom to simply cut losses and try to recover some money from General Dynamics UK for a job not done. Again, we don't know any details of the contract with the defence firm, and so we don't know what legal leverage either side has given the current situation. To us, however, it would seem fair if the contractor was partially compensated for some of its work, but that the British government keeps most of its £5.5 billion so that it can figure out a better way to invest in its land forces capabilities. Sure, scrapping the project would be a tough pill for both parties to swallow, but it looks like there will be a lot of lessons learned from this whole fiasco, and that's at least better than nothing at all. But what do you think of this news, considering we don't have any information about the contract? Do you think Ajax can be fixed? Should General Dynamics UK receive some compensation or none at all? What platform would you want to see the British Army use instead? Let us know your thoughts to any or all of these questions by leaving a comment down below.